Hello, it's Paul here. I'm going to give you, as quick as I can, a full introduction to the free version of Zoho CRM. It is February the 13th, 2020. Happy Valentine's Day for anybody who does that stuff. What I will do in this video is I'm going to introduce you to all the features. What I'm going to do is timestamp in the description and the first comment on YouTube. I will put where each lesson starts. So if you want to skip my intro, go ahead and do that now. And if you want to come back later and take up lessons where you were before, you can do that as well. You'll be able to see where each sort of section starts. At this point, I want to tell you as well about free training. It's 2020. There's over 1,000 people in my free training. All my training courses are free. In fact, if I log out, you will see everything says free. Free. Here's the Zoho CRM Bootcamp. I've just done another tutorial training course for new users. So if you're a new user and you want to learn about, you just want to learn in this video about using Zoho CRM, you don't need all the admin stuff, then that training course is for you specifically. There's also another video for you as well. This leads me on to what I ask every year, what I ask everybody who watches my videos, is to just pause me at this point before we get into it. Tell me why you're here. Tell me what you're looking for. And I will point you in the comment replies to a video that may tell you the answer if this video doesn't have that answer for you. So just pause me. Tell me why you're here. It helps me year on year make my videos better. And you'll be doing me a favour. And finally, if you get any value out of this, the only thing I will ask you to do is subscribe. I will not ask you for any money. I do not have any paid training. I have a free Zoho forum where you can ask questions as well, where you can dive in and ask questions. Everything is free, but it would be amazing if you subscribe. Thank you. Right, thanks for commenting if you have, and if you haven't, comment later, subscribe later if I give you any value. Let's talk about pricing, because it is free and it is 100% free, and it has been now this pricing table for a while. Yes, there's paid versions. Yes, there's other versions. But if you come down here and see complete pricing, you're going to see here Zoho CRM is free for 3 users. It was so much easier when it was free for 10 users, Zoho. But it has been free for 3 users for quite some time now. I don't know exactly the time scale. But you're going to be able to access leads, contacts, accounts, deals, tasks, CRM views, and things like that. Yes, of course, paid versions are going to give you more and more features. I do recommend everybody go to z1trial.com, Zoho One. This is my website, z1trial.com, and look at Zoho One. It's all of Zoho's apps, 40 apps, all integrated into one bundle. And it's $1 a day per user sign up. It's an unbelievable deal. I would look at that as well. But the free version, that's what we're going to talk about today, the absolute free version for 3 users. Right, let's take a first walk around. Let's understand what all these tabs are in the free version. I've got a sign up video. If you need to know how to sign up, go check out my 2020 version of how to sign up for Zoho. But we've got some sample data, and I'm going to take you for a walk around all the different sections, and then we'll delve back into each area a little bit more in a minute, right? So your home screen, this is where you can set up all your little widgets to tell you whatever you want. You might have your pipeline funnel status, where how much money you've got in your pipeline, what stages money's at, open tasks, anything that you've been assigned to do that you've assigned yourself, reminders, meetings coming up, phone calls you need to make. You've got open tasks that you need to clear up. Any deals closing this month, today's leads. You can basically add, edit, and do anything you want here to just give you what you need in a snapshot view, right? Leads. Now, I define leads as people you don't know yet, people that you haven't worked with, people that you want to get in contact with, want to get the access to talk to them about a possible deal, right? So I work with a lot of security companies, or I did work with security companies. So it's easy for me to explain in a physical security sort of scenario. So to me, if what we're talking about here is somebody, like I'd be sat at my desk, I'd be the manager, and a technician would walk in and say, "Oh, I hear that oh God, that chemist down the corner, pharmacy. That's the word I was looking for. They want a new fire alarm. Uh, we that you know they so and so told me they needed a new fire alarm, and you'd go, "Oh right, bang it in. I'm gonna come back to this in a second. I'll show you how to add it, and we'll do it as an example. Um, this is like." We'll then add a lead. We'll get a lead off our website. We'll get a lead off our Facebook page. We'll get a lead. Somebody's asking for something, or somebody's grapevine told you something. So the lead is somebody that are not in your system. They're new, sort of. You might even not even have their email. You might not have the phone number. You may just know it's Dave Smith at the pharmacy, and that's all you put in. And then your next job is to find out their information and see if they're interested in you giving them a quote for a fire alarm, something like that, right? So leads to me are first point of contact, or even before that you need to reach out to. What you do then with leads is you convert the lead into hopefully a contact, an account, and a deal, right? So the contact are the people that you deal with. Actual people. These are actual people, phone numbers, email addresses, right? It's exactly what it sounds like. They're contacts, right? The accounts are the businesses, the places that are going to get the invoice, the place that's going to pay the bill. Now, if you're a B2C business, like, I used to work with security companies that would sell burglar alarms to people, where it'd be Mrs. Smith at number 5, whatever road. Well, her name was the contact and the account, because her home address as a residential customer, she was in both, right? But if you're selling B2B, obviously the account will be the business, and the contact will be all the different people that work for that business, right? You may have multiple people under an account, right? So that's the difference between contacts and accounts. Deals are where everything in your CRM, if you're a salesperson and that's what you're doing it for, the deals, or what they used to be called opportunities, it's where everything lives. You've got a pipeline of your deal status. How does your deal, you qualify a deal, depends how you want to speak about these things, and then you move it across. As your deal moves across, your pipeline updates. And there's different ways to update a deal, but your deals are, making the contact. Do you want a fire alarm? Do you mind if I come and have a chat with you about it? And then your ID that says ID decision makers. So you find that person. You get to a place where you go and you build the quotes. You put the quote together. You send the quote off, and then you're into review. And then obviously you're trying to get this deal closed won, closed lost. So Mr. Smith wants a fire alarm or doesn't want a fire alarm. Wants it, signed off, that's where we want your money, and we're ready to go. The deal's done, right? That's where everything lives, in your pipeline. We're going to come back to it in a second. Activities. This is where you're going to be able to track information, find contact information for customers, open deals, tasks. So these are all the tasks that you've got in different areas. So, the customers or your contacts, open deals, leads and contacts, and anything else, right? I don't know what a webinar is. I don't know why I've got that there. But if you've got meetings coming up, you've got calls to log, you've got tasks to complete, everything's going to be within the activities. Reports, as you can imagine, everything's got a report. Everything's got a report you can edit, customize, change, and you're gonna get your favorite reports. You know what reports you'll need when you come. What are my open deals? You can edit these reports. You can tinker with them. Today's leads. A lot of bosses ask for phone contact lists. How many people have you phoned today? How many leads have you created? How many leads have you called? All your reports are in there, right? Feeds. Now this is a little bit like imagine perhaps like your Facebook feed, where it'll tag things that have happened. If you allow it to show to other people, you might say I'm off to see Dave Smith anyone know him? You know, and it'll be like, it's almost like a Facebook status or a Twitter status, but all your other people in your organization can see it, and someone might come back on their account and say, yeah, my wife knows him. I don't know, where from, squash club or something, I don't know, right? Squash club. Nice guy. I'll come see you about him. I'll come see you. Something like that, right? To give you some insight. You're looking for some insight from somebody else in your team. Has anybody worked with these people? And they might come back and say, yeah, I gave them a quote 3 months ago. They didn't want it. But obviously you'll see that in the deals, and you'll see that in the customer information anyway. But it's just sort of talking to the team, telling them what you've done. And then when you close a deal, it'll come up here and people can congratulate you, you know, this virtual high five and stuff like that. And that's what the feeds are for. There'll be some other tabs here, campaigns. Campaigns are every time you do some sort of marketing campaign, when you close a deal or create a deal, you can tag that campaign. So olden day analogy would be Yellow Pages. You've paid £1,000 to be listed in the Yellow Pages. Somebody phones your office, says, I need a burglar alarm. You say to him, oh, that's great. Do you mind if I ask where you heard us, got our number from? Or, you know, did somebody recommend us? I found you in the Yellow Pages. So then you tag that campaign and you say, Yellow Pages, right? And then if the deal closes, you've got a tag to say that Yellow Pages advert closed a £2,000 burglar alarm. And over the course of the year or that marketing campaign, you can see how many people came via that campaign, right? And now, if it was viable, and was it worth it, and are you going to use it again next year when it comes round? Same with Facebook ads. You put an advert on Facebook, tag that person to they clicked on that Facebook ad, or they came from via that deal that you offered on Facebook. So campaigns really cool. Documents and everything. If you want to share documents, you want to, you've got global things, global templates, you've got pamphlets you probably send out. All this is going to go in documents. Visits, it's probably not going to work on a free version, is it? Identify and track your website visitors. So you basically add this to your website, and you can see how many times they've come to your website, how many visits. Look, you'll see there, daily visits. Oh, I tried to zoom in, and you can see when you start seeing, you can actually see people live chatting on. I don't know if you can do it on the free version, but you can see what pages they've visited and how many times they've come. So if they've come to a certain page 10 times, all of a sudden that lead's got a little bit more of a qualification to it that shows this person's been really interested because they've visited our website 10 times and things like that, right? Equip yourselves, shorten your sales cycle with audio calls. So you can dive in and talk to them, you can dive in and message them, and you can, give them a little bit better of an experience, right? Up the top here, obviously, you can search for anything, contacts, deals, accounts, any notifications. If you're connected to anything, you'll get like opened email address, stuff like that. A quick add button, add a lead, add a contact, add all these things. Your calendar, you jump to a calendar, jump to a date. And if you're allowed access, then you're going to get the admin rights to get into the setup area. Oh, and finally, your profile information. Need help? There's some resources. If you're on a higher version, there'll be some live chat there and things like that. And you'll be able to do exactly that, right? Right, so I'm going to walk you through now how a customer prospect will become a contact, become a customer, and let's move through the deal, right? So I'm going to set up a fake customer, a fake entry, and then I'm going to take you all the way through the pipeline so you know exactly what kind of thing will happen. So how I do this is I always go to Wikipedia just for the laugh and try and find a fake customer. In fact, they're real people, aren't they, in Wikipedia? English. Let's find a random article. Let's go. Oh, no, I'm looking for a business. Siri Marg. Tahua. Camden News. Dio Brando. Here we go. Dio Brando is the manager of Camden News. That's who we're going to use, and that's who we're going to sign up, right? Right. So we're going to start with leads and we're going to create a new lead. So obviously in leads, we can search, we can filter, we can change this to show all different types of leads. But what we're going to do is we're going to create a new lead. We're going to convert the lead into a customer with a deal, and we're going to move the deal across until we've won, right? So there's many ways of getting leads in the system. You might have a web form, you might have an email address that people can email. You may have a Facebook page where when people message it or comment on it, they become a lead to follow up. You might have a Twitter page where, same again, LinkedIn, whatever, however you get your leads in the system, there is multiple ways. And in the training, if you come to the free training, we can help you get them set up. I'm just going to add a lead. I'm just going to go up here and add, press the add button, right? Obviously, I'm the lead owner. It would just say a proper person's name there if it didn't say Tess. And I'm going to add what I've been told. So what I've been told at the minute, what we're going to talk about. Let's say a technician came in or somebody came in, but in this, I work for security companies. Let's go. Technician walked in. Hey, Paul, you're a salesman. I forgot her name already. Dio Brando at Camden News wants some card access. Wants swipe cards. Sweet, nice big deal. I've heard it through Dave, the maintenance guy, right? So, company, Camden News, right? This is all you're putting in. You don't need a lot of information at this point. Dio Brando, was it Dio or Tio? I'm going to call him Tio just because it's easier. Tio, right? Is that a boy or a girl? Mr. Tio Brando. That's all I've been told though, right? Camden News, Tio Brando wants a card access system. So I'm going to come down to the bottom and you can put all the information you've got in. Title, we know it's the manager. We don't know the email address. We don't know phone numbers. We don't know websites or anything like that, right? Twitter handles. All this information, the more you can put in, the better. And you can edit this layout to be only things that are relevant to you, right? So I'm going to come all the way down to description and say, Dave the tech says building maintenance manager mentioned card access, right? That's it. Save. Right? And that is my lead added to the to this to the CRM. Now, within the lead, I've got all that information I've put in, and I can quickly edit it, quickly do anything. If I've got an email address, I can send them an email if you're connected. And I'm looking for information, aren't I? So down the side here, you've got attachments, you've got notes, which is there, which you might just say, I don't know, what you're going to put in. I met Tio a few times. Cool guy. Plays football. Soccer. Right? Whatever that is. Notes. It's just notes, right? Attachments. You might have something to add an attachment. I don't know what you might have at this point. Billing lists. Anything like that. Now, open activities. This is an important point. You're going to add a task, an event, or a call, right? So if you've picked the phone up and found out who it is, you just add a call, and you can jump in, add a call, put a subject, call purpose, prospecting, related to. At this point, there isn't a count. Call type, outbound is the only one I think you've got an option of. Current call, I don't know why there's inbound an option there. Current call, schedule a call, so you can say, like, I need to phone this person. I've completed the call. Or if you start speaking, you can start calling it and it'll record how long you've done it, right? So let's just do a completed call. Let's do it, say it was 30 minutes long. Interested. Going to follow up. I actually skipped a step in a way there. Subject, call about card access. I skipped a little bit of a step because the first activity, see how it's gone closed activity because you've done it. Open activity would have been add a task for yourself. Subject, find TO's number, right? Due date, I'm going to give myself a week to do it. It's not a high. Let's say it's highest, normal. I'm the owner. There is no repeat, and there's some more fields you can change if you want. So now find TO's number. I'm gonna see that on my tasks, aren't I? I'm gonna see the things I need to do. I'm gonna see it on my activities, and I'm gonna go in and find number, right? And it's add the number. Here's the number now, right? Go to my activities, find TO's number, close the task. Mark as complete. If I go back, it's going to take me to contact, isn't it? Let's go to, where's the deal? Close activities, notes. Oh, we haven't got, sorry, there is no deal. We're still in leads, right? So it's still a lead. But we've now closed, I found the number, and then I've made the phone call. I did it a bit wrong way around. We've made the phone call, and TO wants us to come and meet him. TO wants this to become, wants contact, has agreed that we're going to go further. So next thing, we're going to convert. So TO's happy to go forward, wants us to make more interactions with him, and wants us to give him a quote, right? Or go for a meeting and talk further. So we're going to convert. We're going to go up to the top and convert. When we convert, it's going to create a new account for Camden News, and it's going to create a new contact for Tio Brando. And we've got an option whether we want to create a new deal or not. We do. Amount. Now, this is a ballpark figure. This is, I don't know anything about his card access system. I don't know how many doors they want. I'm just going to take a ballpark figure because I can change it anyway and say it's going to be a $10,000 card access system, right? Camden News card access system. You can remove Camden News. You don't need to leave the name there because it'll be tagged to their name anyway. But it's up to you how you want to you want to format your deal names. You can put whatever you want. You can change them later. How long am I going to give myself to finish this? I'll be giving myself a month to close this deal. And what stage are we in? You know, you'll have your different definitions for these stages: qualifying, needs analysis, value proposition, ID decision makers, proposal. I don't know why ID decision makers is so late in the funnel. I would have thought that would have come further on, but I might just be talking rubbish there. Because we've just already ID'd it. So you're probably going to jump to ID decision makers because that's what you've done. The value proposition, I guess, was phoning up and saying, look, I can do a card access system for you. Is it something you're interested in? Yes. So I've done the value proposition and I've ID'd that TO's going to make it. So you can choose whatever stage you want it to be at. We're going to jump to ID decision makers. Campaign source is not in the system, but again, this is what I said. Flag a Facebook ad, flag a Yellow Pages, tag a technician if you want to do a campaign source as one of the people as a referrals. Leave it blank if there isn't any. Contact role. This person is which type of person is it? The product manager, the economic decision maker, engineering lead. I'm just going to say it's the decision maker. We need to dig further into all those different types, and I'm going to convert, right? So now I've got an account, a contact, and a deal. We've converted the lead. This person wants to speak with us. So now Camden News has an account, has Tio Brando, has tagged to the account, and we have a deal for Tio. And you can see we've jumped to the fourth stage of the pipeline because we've ID'd Tio as the decision maker, and now we're going to present a proposal, right? Right, so we're going to dig into now. We've added a contact. You can add a contact if you go to the contact list and add a contact, just like we did with deals. Same information again. Whatever information you've got, you can add. Whatever your company decides must be entered. You've got your procedures. You can go in and add emails. I can quickly add TO at camdennews.com. Right, whatever it is. Add a phone number, mobile, department, if you want to add a department. You can see there's a deal attached to this person. You can see the deal over here. You can see an account name, lead source and things like that. You can edit and change. You can change phone numbers. You have date of birth. Sounds a bit personal, but you know, if you want your system to flag someone's birthday and you want to drop them a message near their birthday saying, "Hey, we're going out for a beer," or "Happy birthday," anything like that. Skype information, Twitter information if you want to follow them and keep a track of what they're up to. Or any notes have come across, any accounting information comes across. Any deals in the system, open, close, won, lost, whatever they are in there. Any previous tasks, any open tasks for TO, events, emails. If you've sent them an email at this point, you could send an email. I'm not going to, just in case, by some amazing fact that there is a TO at camdennews.com. So if I send any emails, it's going to tag it there. And social media, you can connect social media, Facebook and Twitter profiles, so you can keep an eye on those people. That sounds bad. You can, an hour or so before you go to meet them, just click on their Twitter. And it's not set up right. It's gonna. If you're connected to Twitter, you can link the profile, and you can quickly in here view the Twitter feed. So we know Tio plays football or soccer, and it might say, won 3-0 against so and so at the weekend. I scored. So then the next time you see him, or when you're about to deliver, "Hey, I see that you played against so and so other day. You scored, didn't you?" Right? And they go, "Oh, how did you know that?" Add any notes of any call that you've had. Wife's called Sarah, got 2 kids. Whatever that is. Kids are into swimming. Whatever it might be, you can add it all, and you've got all this information now for the next 50 years or whatever. So everything that you need to know about a contact is at your fingertips, and you can track it and tag it whenever you need, right? So then we go into the accounts. Let's look at the accounts. So we go to the accounts, and we've got the same sort of information. The beauty with all these pages you're going to start seeing is the format's the same. Account, deals, contacts, activities, emails. Whether it's a lead, contact, or account, or even deals, it's all very familiar, and you're going to find the information. You can jump around. The beauty of Zoho CRM is you can really find 5 different ways to get to the information. Get into the contact, get into the deal. You can search up here for the deal, but you can have all this customer's information. You may have previous money and things. Well, that depends on what version you're on. Any parent account. If you can have all this information on annual revenue, website, all good information to have at your fingertips, isn't it? To be able to click and go find out about this company. Billing, notes, deals, everything's the same. And again, this company's social media. So you might want to talk to Tio about things that are happening at the company. Anything like that. So it's very much like the contact information, but as I said, accounts is who's paying the bill, right? But what we're interested in, and this is a big part of Zoho CRM, is the deals. And you can jump to the deal. Obviously, any company or account could have multiple deals. You can edit information again. Anything that you want to do, you can add an attachment of the quote. If you want to see the quote, in the free version, you can't do a quote in Zoho CRM. On paid versions, have a look at Zoho One. You can create a quote. You can create a signed e-document and send it to them. But in the free version, you can't. But you can attach the quotes. If you've got another program you do quotes on, you can attach it, right? So here's going to be the name, the status, the probability. So I think the probability will affect. Did I click edit? Why? Let's go up here. Can I edit? I can edit it here, and I can edit the probability, right? I don't know why it don't let me do it, but as I do that, it's going to put up the expected revenue. So what you can do with this probability, so say you're best friends with Tio, or you're very good friends, and you've had this initial chat with him, and you've gone. Tio's probably said, "Look, if you can come in under 10,000, this job's yours." So it's 100% chance you're getting it in. Then the expected revenue goes to 100 or 10,000, right? If it's 70, goes to 7,000. So it adjusts your pipeline expected revenue down, if you've had a chat and you don't think you're getting a job, what you're going to do is you're going to look for the jobs with the high revenue, right? The high probability. So you're saying 80% probability. Sorry, I know you probably understand this, but you're going to go to your deals, and if you have them in order here, you've got probability here. So if you go ascending and you've got this job, Benton, 20% chance, or you've got this job, Camden News, 80% chance. You've stated that you think you're going to get this job, so concentrate on the ones that you thought you were going to get and get those deals done. So if you need to filter on, you've got 100 deals to do, but you've got 10 of them that are just tire kickers. I'd be going to the high probability ones and saying, right, I thought this person were going to sign off. Let me get this deal over the line today. So information, next step, you might put in here, send quote, or it might be site visit, or it might be talk to inventory, get some pricing, whatever it is. You can go through, add some more notes. You're getting the drift of it now, I'm sure. Any information, any emails. And your job here is to move this along. And there's two ways of doing it, as I've showed you before. You can just tick them along. Proposal sent. TO's been sent a proposal. And now we're in negotiate and review. Or proposal price quote. Well, you can jump it around there. I think that's new. And TO's received the quote and you're in negotiations. Phoned up, oh, we might need an extra door. Oh, we need to remove that off from the quote. Oh, we need to do that, right? And if you go back to your deals here and go into this Kanban style, you can see we're in negotiate, right? And you can move your pipeline across this way as well. So you can quickly look at all your different deals and what stages they're at and go, oh no, I've done that. Move them across. Needs analysis. Yeah, we're in ID decision maker on that one, right? You can quickly move your stages, and you want to get to close one, close loss as fast as possible, don't you? So if I go back into, where were we? Commercial press. What did I just do? Camden. That pulled test does me in. Where is it gone? Oh no, it's not close loss. It's over here. Proposal. Did I move it? Every now and again when I do these videos, it is, look, I always just like blank out on whatever else. So proposal, we're going to go in, we're going to win it, right? So the whole dream is to get to closed one. Tick the box. Amount, now you can put in the actual amount. The quote's actually 12,000. You can put in the date that you closed it, today or yesterday. Closed one, save. Hallelujah. I think in the feeds you're gonna get a pull one a deal. Yeah, deal Camden updated a deal. Right, I think you're gonna get an email, and anybody who's tagged, great news, you have a major deal from Camden News. Big deal alert, here we are. Congrats. So your boss or anybody who needs to see it, your manager can see that you've just signed off on that deal and you've won it, and we're now got to that we're through. We're on to our next deal. We've handed it off to the techs, to the training, to whoever has to now deliver the product. Oh, they're done. Now, let's just go back and do the opposite that we want to get to. The other thing is, if we've lost the deal, we need to get the deals off the table, right? We want to get to a won or lost. And, here we go. You just click lost. You might put in a reason, too pricey, coming back when I have more money, whatever it might be. Close lost to competition, because this is different to just losing because you've lost, they didn't want your work. This is, lost to Secure Tech were 7k, right? Way too cheap. No deal for that. Whatever it might be, right? Some other companies come in and lowballed you. But you want to see why have you lost why are you losing jobs? Who are you losing them to? and the reasons, don't you? So if you are getting outpriced all the time, then you probably have to look at your pricing, or if they're just not coming over the line, whatever it might be. And then you are done with your deal, right? So that is the full pipeline, start to finish from a lead. So just as one of my last lessons, let me just show you the app as well, because obviously you're a salesperson, you're out on the road, you're out in the business, and this is where it's going to really save you time as it syncs live. You're going to open the Zoho CRM app, and it's free, and you're going to have the same sort of information on the app as you would on your desktop or your iPad or your whatever you're using, right? You've got a home feed, you've got things to do, you've got your tasks, you're going to keep an eye on your tasks, you know what you need, you've got your feeds, anything else in there. You want to add a comment, you can add a comment. We've got our list of leads, right? We know TO's been moved on. We've got a our contacts. Sorry, I'm like zoned out a bit there, didn't I? W. Oh no, what was his last name? Brando. B, right? B Brando. Where are you, T.O.? KT T.O. Brando. There's our contact, right? I can phone T.O. direct. I can email T.O. It's going to close out, I think. Right? I can email direct. I can leave my notes that I needed on there. Tasks. A new task. I can add a task. Right? I can add a note. Add a note, right? See the emails. Any other details. Jump to the leads. Sorry, jump to the accounts, the contacts, everything. It's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? It's pretty easy to understand. Here are my deals. Right, here's that one I need to close. That one, King. Right, that's what I'm doing next. Information at your fingertips, isn't it? And any other reports, any tasks you've got to do, and things like that, right? So I think you can tell the app's pretty cool too. Really easy. Information at your fingertips. I know I've flown through it there. As I say in the training, we'll go a lot more in depth with everything you need to know. But the app is very easy to use, and it's great to be out on the road and have all that information at your fingertips, isn't it? You're just going to type in T.O. There's T.O. Brando, right? Get your information, do what you need to do, right? So the app is a great addition to it, and it's all completely free. Right, guys, I'm going to end it there. Obviously, there's a lot more information, a lot more into reports and things like that, closed deals, seeing what you've won, information, everything else in there. There's a lot more to learn. There's a lot more to do. But I hope within this video, if you're still with me, that you're getting that Zoho CRM is really easy to use. It's really customer friendly. It's really easy on the app. Multiple ways to get to the same place, multiple ways to jump around. Every page looks pretty much the same. And free training, right? Zoho training, Zoho free training. Paul Nicholson, I'm a good point. Every time I do these videos, my training links don't work. The Zoho CRM Bootcamp. If you're admin, come to the Zoho CRM Bootcamp. There's going to be a lot of other lessons. Look at all the information. Loads and loads of lessons in the Zoho CRM Bootcamp. I'm going to try and make it a little bit more streamlined. If you're, as I say, if you're a new user, have a look in the Zoho new user training course. Jump into the forum. If you sign up, the first thing it'll say, you see this current biggest challenge? There's a little wizard that says, what's your current biggest challenge? So you create your first post and it'll say what you're struggling with. And I'll jump in and reply and help you out as best as I can. So I hope it's giving you a first to dive in and try Zoho, zsignup.com/CRM. Or if you're in Europe, you need to use the GDPR version, which is zsignup.com/CRM EU. I'll have had links all the way through this video on there. paulnicholson.com for training. I look forward to meeting you. Look forward to hearing from you. You cannot pay me anything. I have not got anything where anything's chargeable. You will not pay me a penny for anything. The views and the subscribe is payment enough. The adverts that you've seen at the front of this video pays me. Any questions? I'm here, and you know where I am. Just fire away in the comments. We'll get you sorted. Thanks for watching.